There's that storied 400 gold I was promised all those many moons ago. Let's buy some boosters with that money, honey. I'm a real character, I'll tell you. That's some funny stuff right there. All right, so we're purchasing some stuff. It's working on it. It's working on it. Purchase successful. Fantastic. Did you see like there's a little angry exclamation mark, but then it decided there wasn't one? Alright, so let's see here. What we got? It's renowned 6. Oh, goodness gracious. Huh, interesting. That's an interesting little guy doing some stuff right there. Necromantic summons. Put a creature card from graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Spell mastery. For 5. Sorcery. 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. That's nice. Undercity Troll. Renown 1. Regenerate. Oh, for 2. That's pretty cool. Suppression Bonds, enchant non-land permanent. Enchant permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated for 4. No, I don't know about that. Discards a card, and then Unholy Hunger for 5. Destroy target creatures, but if there are 2 more instant sorcery cards in your graveyard, you gain 2 life. Instant speed, so I don't know. I mean, maybe that's the removal suite. Who knows? Maybe that's as good as we get. I'm sure as hell not sure. Hey, Elvish Visionary. Elves are probably a thing. Boned Ash, counter target creature spell, draw a card. That's always fun. Gather the pack, fill top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. And what was the spell mastery on that? Revealed cards into your hand instead of 1. We can put 2 instead of 1. Reclusive Artificer. Haste. Enters the battlefield. You may have it deal damage to target creature equal to the number of artifacts you control. Interesting. Grasp. +1/+1. Whenever this creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. For 2. Well, that's neat, actually. Priest of the Blood Rite. That's the 5/5 at the beginning of your upkeep. You lose 2 life. That whole thing. That's a card. If it cost 1 less, it would be dope as shit. But, you know, whatever. So there you go. Those are some packs that we got. We actually get one more, so this is pretty exciting. Just kind of torch right through. Getting packs. 4 days. Let's open this bad boy up. I'm a collection, but I'm building the collections. Exclusive Firecraft deals 4 damage to target creature or player if there are 2 more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard. Can't be countered by spells or abilities. Sorcery speed, though. Bonded Construct we've seen before. Can't attack alone. Might of the Masses is an instant speed +1/+1 for each creature we control. We've seen that before as well. Ravaging Blaze I thought was really interesting. You know, I hope that red is a little bit more viable this time. We'll have to see. Bounding Crisis enters the battlefield. You may tap or untap target creature, and then another Suppression Bonds. I think that's everything. So return to store. 3 packs just for getting up this morning isn't bad. You know, that's a pretty good time. We're going to be going through the story mode. Like I said, I want to try and complete all the story modes so that I can get as much money as possible, so that I can get as many packs as possible before we go online and just start doing it that way. So let's go ahead and what should we make this one? I kind of am in the mood for Nissa. So we'll do a Nissa one right now. As you draw closer, the mountains of Achlanf. You can feel the land churn with the raw metal. Ooh, this is getting a little hot here. This is the manifestation. Oh, no one cares. The raw. It's like punching an earthquake. Like, isn't this just like a thing that happens on this plane? Scoop mob. Jesus Christ. It's not horrible. I mean, Scoop Mob turn 1 against whatever the hell I'm going to be facing is probably not good. Scoop Mob's not good against humans, though. We're playing against the computer. We don't know what the computer has, so having a turn 1 drop on the play, probably not a bad thing. So, yeah, because we just did 1 damage. No, we didn't. What is this? Enchanted Land. What in the hell? Enchanted Land is a 2/2, but we super didn't. We super didn't. That is a thing that happened to me. Boy, that kind of sucks. We do get to attack for 1 though still, but it's kind of a bummer. I think we're going to have a pretty good time with this, to be honest with you. It's looking like a pretty strong showing from this deck. So let's go ahead and throw this down. We've got Chosen. It's pretty good. I don't know if we looked at Scoop Mob. Scoop Mob is a thing. It needs 5 or more lands, and then it becomes like a 5/5. Is that it? For 1 mana, though. But putting it down early is usually not the way you want to play it. Ooh, defense. Playing that D. 1/4. I'll attack with my 2/3 and we'll see what happens. I mean, the worst that can happen is that they lower the attack of it. They have to block and then cast. See, it's weird when your mana is a creature. There's a lot of stuff that you have to take into consideration, because if it's still a land, then you can obviously use it as a land. But there are issues associated with that, you know? I mean, you're tapping a creature down, but if you have instants that you can cast after blocks, then you can use that land to block and then use it to cast an instant. It's an interesting situation. This I'm a little concerned about because I'd really love to play Pilgrimage here. But with the 3 mana up, I feel like I'm in prime counterspell territory. I'm going to bash with my 2/3 and see what happens. Don't want to take the 2/2 out. I mean, I don't care too much about life gain. Gladeheart's really all that's good for, but I'm not going to concern myself too much with it. We're going to gain a little bit of life. It's not going to hurt to gain life for sure, but it's just not something that I make a priority. And we'll just play this as a thing to do. You know, why not? I would feel better if we had played Pilgrimage right there. Just get a couple more lands out, get Scoop Mob activated, see what's going on. But because it's at the beginning of your upkeep, so even next turn it's not going to help us. This guy's really slow playing here, though. I'm not exactly sure what the computer has going on. Once again, I'm just going to bash with the 2/3, just see what I can do. I might be playing this a little too cautiously, but I have no idea what the computer can have because the computer isn't even confined to the rules of what's in the format, what's in the set. So, you know, at this point, Pilgrimage doesn't even really matter. I'm going to go ahead and throw it down because it doesn't really matter if it's countered. So I might as well go ahead and do it. And that's going to activate again. Scoop Mob's going to activate next turn. Obviously, that's not exactly the happiest moment for me. We do have the Primal Bellow. I like to keep Primal Bellow until like ending, finishing blow against my opponent, which could be coming up here, I assume. Oh, look at that. So it's unblockable. That is from a couple of games ago, actually. We had that card. I'm going to attack with everybody and just kind of have the Primal Bellow on. What does this do, though? It fights target creature an opponent controls. Can I win this turn, then? So that's +2/+2. That's 7. Yes, I can actually win this turn. I'm gonna Wild Instincts. I mean, you might as well put everything in a basket in this situation. I'm then gonna attack with everybody because that's only 12, but I have the Primal Bellow, so that is a victory right there, which I feel pretty good about. Primal Bellow on, it doesn't really matter, but we'll do that because they tap down. Yeah, making a land into a creature is a sticky wicket. It's a bit of a problem sometimes. I think I would have won anyway, even if I hadn't drawn that card. Because even with the blocker, I would have been able to put the Primal Bellow down. Might have been able to win last turn if I had attacked all out. Well, no, because they were at, what, 15 at that point? Oh, that's something that we would have to look at. Deal 30 damage, so I got even more moolah, which is pretty decent. I'm okay with that. Another deck upgrade. This deck doesn't need too much upgrading, though, if you ask me. It's running pretty good. I like... Tribal decks are interesting because they can be really fun to play or they could be horrible to play. It really depends. So I have kind of mixed emotions on tribal decks. I have enjoyed them in the past, for sure, but I like a little bit... I like more tricks than tribal decks traditionally give you. So I like a little bit more wiggle room in my plotting and in my strategy. So we only have 6 more of these. That's not too bad. We're going to just move on through them and be done with those, buy all the packs we can, start doing some multiplayer. You guys have already started seeing the multiplayer, hopefully, well, I don't have a calendar, but hopefully that Monday. So, you know, hopefully everything's working out. You're enjoying what you're seeing. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all next time. I forgot to end the recording, so, yeah.